finish to them. I really like that. I wish you could feel the finish here, because that knurling is my favorite. It's great. But even though this is another very basic, maybe even boring guitar, I really like its sound. It gives great sound output. And the action on this guitar is great. For those of you that don't play guitar, action is basically like how hard you have to push down with your hands to like make the strings go down to the fretboard, and like your ability to move up and down the fretboard. So this is a really, really thin neck. It's really easy to just like move up and down. And I love that this cutout here is so deep. This might be the deepest of any guitar that I have. You can really get up high here if you want to do some guitar solos or something. I think that's really a cool advantage of this guitar. So looking at the fretboard, this guitar is unique, and may I even call it weird. It has a fret marker at the first fret. I don't think I have any other guitar, and honestly not even sure if I've seen any other guitar with a marker on the first fret, because why? Why do you need a marker on the first fret? But then it has the rest of them like you'd imagine. A 3, a 5, a 7, a 9, a 12, the 2 dots at 12, 15, 17, 19, and 21. I feel like most of my guitars don't have a 21. Maybe all my electrics do. But for some reason this one feels like you can just go up higher. And maybe it's just because it's so much more comfortable than some of my other guitars. But I love that. But this is weird. The one on the one is weird. You can see how thin and easy this neck is to move up and down. I love that. It's good for someone with smaller hands, or whose wrist gets sore. I don't think I have small hands necessarily. I've been playing piano and guitar most of my life, so I'm assuming that stretched my fingers out from a young age, but maybe it's just genetics. Guitars have so many cool things to tap on. And as we continue moving up, here's the headstock. So this brand is called Aria Pro 2. Again, not a very recognizable brand. Let me know in the comments if you have heard of it, or if you have one. I don't know anyone else that has one. But I do really like this guitar. It's just so simple and gets the job done for exactly what you need. And it has the tuning keys here. high schooler, I was very like anti-mainstream. So anything that was something people would normally do or get or brands. Oh my goodness, I never wore like the brand name clothes or anything like that. It just like I was very like anti-mainstream. So I always picked weird stuff, even if it was something like this, like a guitar. But it is what it is. And certain things are made with a certain level of quality, which is cool. But even though this is a relatively inexpensive guitar, I love playing it. It's very, very fun. Some people love this sound and some people hate this sound. I won't do it much. I think that sounds cool. Rubbing against the frets. Would love to see what everyone's first song they ever learned on guitar was. I'm not sure that I know what mine is, now that I say that. Probably like on acoustic guitar. Oh, I don't know. Maybe was Dust in the Wind. Just because I thought that was like so complicated and cool. Maybe on electric, it was Heart Shaped Box. It's a while ago, I don't really remember. To anyone that's currently learning guitar or interested in learning guitar, best of luck. It's such a fun and rewarding instrument. However, I know it can be extremely frustrating. I know it can hurt. I mean, as a younger kid, my fingers bled at one point until I really built up my calluses. And that's so frustrating. And now, like, I can't even imagine life without calluses on my fingers. But it takes a long time to develop that. So don't give up if it's something you're really interested in doing. I'm trying to think of things that helped me. Really, one of the biggest things that helped me was to play electric, actually, because the action is lower and the strings are typically thinner. You can put different types of strings on your guitars. And I started with a smaller guitar, maybe like a 3/4 size guitar, and like a classical flamenco guitar, so it was nylon strings instead of steel strings, which I think is like a cool little secret in guitar. Not only are flamenco guitars really cool from like a finger picking aspect and like just how the nylon strings sound, I'll definitely share that guitar with you all, but they are way, 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 way less painful on your fingers to develop the calluses. So, highly, highly recommend that. strings on a normal guitar. I'm sure you could. Probably not electric. I don't think that would work out well, but like any other acoustic. I've never tried it, but you probably could. And it's okay to take breaks, and it's okay to give up. But if it's something you really want to put your mind to, you're really interested in doing, take a couple weeks off, and then come back when you're ready. Give your fingers time to rest. Try all the techniques that they, recommend online. And keep immersing yourself in things that keep you happy. Learning any instrument can be frustrating, but if you're anything like me, music is so therapeutic and just, you don't need anyone else for it. It's fun to do it with other people, but you don't need anyone else. And that's just such a fun and meditative state that you can get into. I just completely lose all sense of anything when I'm playing guitar or piano or any of the instruments I play. Just such a cool place to escape to. Sure, you know what I mean if you're a musician. Alright, well, I've rambled on long enough and shown you all across this